Welcome back to Daily AI News at Let's Data Science. It's 2026-06-22. Today we're diving into some pivotal developments from the future of machine intelligence to major product launches. Let's get to it. Our top story today is Tencent's push to bring AI agents directly into one of the world's largest digital ecosystems. Tencent has begun staged testing of Xiaowei, a voice and text AI assistant embedded inside WeChat. The assistant can accept spoken or typed instructions and then act across WeChat's mini program ecosystem, handling tasks such as starting calls, drafting messages, and navigating services. What makes this significant is scale. WeChat serves roughly 1.4 billion users, and Tencent is targeting a public rollout in the third quarter of 2026. According to reporting, Xiaowei relies primarily on Weichen's in-house large language model while forwarding certain requests to DeepSeek. This reflects a broader trend in China, where AI capabilities are increasingly being integrated into existing super apps rather than launched as standalone chat products. For practitioners, the challenge here is not conversation quality alone. Building an agent that can reliably execute actions across payments, services, communications, and third-party mini programs requires sophisticated orchestration, authentication, permissions management, and model routing. The technical problem shifts from generating text to producing deterministic outcomes. Investors clearly recognize the importance of this direction. When reports of Tencent's AI assistant efforts first surfaced earlier this month, the company's shares surged as much as 10.5% in a single day. Our second major story highlights the continued expansion of enterprise AI adoption. OpenAI announced that ChatGPT Enterprise and Codex will be deployed to all Samsung Electronics employees in South Korea and to all employees worldwide within Samsung's Device Experience, or DX, division. OpenAI describes the agreement as one of its largest enterprise launches ever. Samsung plans to use the tools across research and development, manufacturing, marketing, and corporate operations. The rollout includes ChatGPT Enterprise for secure organizational use and Codex for software development tasks such as writing, reviewing, and debugging code. OpenAI also says Codex now has more than 5 million weekly users globally, while weekly active users in Korea have grown nearly 800% since February. The broader context is especially notable. Samsung previously imposed restrictions on ChatGPT usage following a 2023 source code leak incident. This new deployment signals a substantial shift in enterprise attitudes toward generative AI. Rather than treating AI as an isolated experiment, Samsung is adopting it as a company-wide platform. For IT and AI governance teams, deployments at this scale require identity management, security controls, role-based permissions, auditing, and integration into existing corporate workflows. The announcement suggests that large enterprises are moving beyond pilot programs and into organization-wide operational adoption. Next, a story that underscores how AI demand is reshaping the semiconductor industry. SK Hynix briefly overtook Samsung Electronics as South Korea's most valuable listed company. The driver was not a new consumer device or software launch. Instead, it was demand for high bandwidth memory, or HBM, a critical component in modern AI infrastructure. According to reporting, SK Hynix's market capitalization reached approximately 2008.4 trillion won after a strong share price increase, edging past Samsung's 2066.7 trillion won valuation when preferred shares are excluded. The company has become a key supplier of advanced memory used in AI accelerators for customers, including NVIDIA and Google. This milestone reflects a larger market reality. As training and inference workloads continue to expand, memory bandwidth has become a strategic bottleneck. Investors are increasingly rewarding companies that occupy critical positions in the AI supply chain. For engineers and infrastructure planners, this is another reminder that advances in AI are not only about models. Memory, networking, and hardware availability remain essential components of the ecosystem. Our final top story focuses on AI security. Researchers from Wake Forest University analyzed 444 iOS applications that incorporated large language model functionality and found widespread credential exposure. Using a framework called LLM Key Lens, the team identified vulnerabilities in 282 apps, representing 64% of the sample. Even more concerning, 146 of those apps were classified as fully exploitable. The The study found three recurring patterns. Some applications exposed plaintext API keys tied to providers, such as OpenAI, Google Gemini, Anthropic, and DeepSeek. Others used replayable JET tokens that could be intercepted. A third category hid keys on back-end servers but left the servers accessible without authentication, effectively turning them into OpenAI relays. After responsible disclosure and a 90-day remediation period, only 78 applications had fixed the issues. For developers, the lesson is clear. Moving credentials to a backend is not enough. Proper authentication, authorization, token management, and access control remain essential. As AI-powered features become standard in mobile applications, security practices need to mature just as quickly. Now for a few other key updates in our lightning round. ZAI's GLM 5.2 is drawing attention in the open model community. The coding-focused model features a 1 million token context window and was recently tested against Anthropic's Claude Opus in a WebGL game-building challenge. According to Tech StackUps, Claude Opus completed the project in 33 minutes and 30 seconds, while GLM 5.2 took just over 70 minutes. However, GLM 5.2 completed the task at a substantially lower cost, highlighting the continuing trade-off between performance and affordability. In Europe, Retail Association Eurocommerce is asking EU tech chief Henna Virkkunen to exempt certain AI-generated advertisements from transparency requirements under the EU AI Act. Members including Amazon, H&M, Inditex, and IKEA argue that routine commercial image generation and enhancement should not automatically be treated as deepfakes. The transparency provisions are scheduled to take effect on August 2nd. A notable case from South Korea illustrates the growing risks of synthetic media. Authorities concluded that AI-generated audio was used as part of a campaign targeting actor Kim Soo-hyun. Police allege YouTuber Kim Soo-hee distributed manipulated materials, including an AI-generated voice recording. The case highlights ongoing challenges around verification, provenance, and forensic analysis of synthetic content. In industrial AI, ArcelorMittal announced a strategic collaboration with Amazon Web Services. The partnership will deploy cloud, AI, and edge technologies across manufacturing operations, supporting predictive maintenance, computer vision quality control, process optimization, and digital twins. AWS will also create a workforce education program, while ArcelorMittal will supply lower carbon X-Carb steel for Amazon operations in Europe and the United Kingdom. And finally, market observers are watching reports that OpenAI and Anthropic are preparing potential IPOs in the United States, while India's anticipated Jio Platforms and NSE listings may face a less enthusiastic investment environment. The contrast highlights the continuing strength of AI-driven market narratives in global capital markets. And that's your AI briefing for today. The landscape is moving faster than ever, and we'll be here to track it with you. For more insights, visit us at letsdatascience.com. Thanks for tuning in, stay curious, and we'll be back tomorrow with the latest in AI.